So I will start with a first examination. It's around 30 weeks of pregnancy. No, I think it's better with the light. We don't need the... Okay. Sorry. Archive. This one. So first I start with a new probe, with electronic probe. So what I have to do first is to know the position of this baby. Okay. This is a nice view on 2D. And this is one ear. So I will start, when I do my 2D examination and also 3D, I am opportunistic. That means I do what I want to show the baby. So now you can see this is one ear. I can do just, this is one ear. We will try to obtain if the baby is not moving. The baby was moving, so it's not so good. I just have to rotate. And this is one ear. And I will show you how to use a new HD Live. So now the baby is not in the perfect condition for the 3D, for the face. Why? Because we don't have too much fluid in front of the face. So I will demonstrate now the use of the B-plane. B-plane, it's here. So if you move the line, this line, you have here the two orbits. That means if you start from the profile on the B-plane, you can obtain the two orbits. Okay. So it's quite nice for the heart. And for the heart, I really like to use this function. You will see it. This is a cardiac setting. So already you can see the crossing of the great arteries. This is a pulmonary artery, and this is the aorta. But sometimes it's difficult to give a picture of it. So what I will use 4D, and I will use a special setting. The name is on VCA A-plane with inversion. I start. And this is the result. And now you have the picture with the crossing of the great arteries. It's quite easy to obtain. I will put the two windows together. And if you turn, you can follow the aortic arch like this. So this is a nice tool for all, especially for the heart, but also for all the part with liquid. Look at this umbilical cord. I will do it on the umbilical cord. Okay, I start. And this is a view of the cord with one vein and two arteries. And we can change transparency. I increase the thickness. And I can switch to the blue. Okay. I will do it here. This is the umbilical vein with the same VCA A-plane with inversion mode. Start. Umbilical vein. And now we'll decrease the gain. And when I decrease the gain, you can see here ductus venosus. Here. So you can do examination of all the vessels with this method. But this works fine when you are quite late in the pregnancy. This is okay because it's 30 weeks, but if you try to do it at 18 weeks, it will not work because the heart is too small. But I will do it again. So start from here, 4D, and the great arteries. So now I move back to the face. it's not so bad. I change my settings. And we will try to do a 3D surface. And I start acquisition. It was not really clean, so I have to use a magic cut to remove what is in front of the face here. And I will switch now to HD Life. And this is a HD Life. We can move the position of the light. I will try to do another one. And when I do, if you want to do a nice 3D, if you want to acquire a good volume, you always have to work with your two hands, because when you work with your two hands, you can push the head and you can move the baby. But if you do this, you need a foot switch. And I always work with a foot switch. Start. And today, Roland is my foot switch. So this is the result. So if you don't use your two hands, you cannot obtain such a picture. Only if you are lucky, but you have to move the baby. Now we'll work with this picture. So increase the box on B plane. This is a result. It's nice. I save it. And this is a HD Life, and I will see on the sub-menu, there is no silhouette on this one. This is a classic HD Life. You can move the position of the light. And now I will increase the silhouette, and you will see the result. This is a silhouette. When you increase the silhouette, you can see in transparency, but it's not so nice. You cannot use it like this because it's not really nice. I have to reduce transparency, but you can see the two orbits. So when I want to add the silhouette, this is without silhouette. What I do, I put silhouette, and I will reduce the transparency and also reduce the threshold. And after you have to move the light, and moving the light, you will find a nice position. So this is okay, but I will show you silhouette. It's better to use in the first trimester of the pregnancy, but also you can use it. I will do it on the abdomen here. I will take a volume of the abdomen, surface, quality, high, angle, okay, and if the baby is not moving, I will start. So the baby was moving. I need the multiplanar view to know where I am. I will change the position of the box. So sub-render. Okay. Reduce the size of the box on the B plane. Okay, and now increase the silhouette. So with the silhouette, you can see the stomach, you can turn the aorta. So this is what you can do, and there is no limit for the use of the silhouette. We have to find a new idea. Every day I think about new things to do with the silhouette. This is the stomach. And when you move the light, okay. This is a bladder. Also, one advantage of this probe, I will try to do it, but it's better early in the pregnancy, it's the examination of the bones with the VCA A plane. So I choose choose VCA A-plane with a setting for the bones. Here, I will do it on the ribs. Start. Increase the thickness. I will try to find the... Okay. You can see here, when you play with this thickness, you can see the forearm with the two bones, hands with fingers, and especially late in the pregnancy, it's quite difficult to obtain. You can see here, and you cannot see it on 2D, only because in this case we use a thickness of 17 millimeter, and the frame rate is 8 frames per second. So, all the fingers. So now I will move to color Doppler. And for this, I will do it on the umbilical cord. More again. Okay. And if the baby is not moving, so this was done with electronic probe. Now I will show you quality with a classic RM6C probe. So I try to find a place where the cord is not moving too much here. Reduce PRF. So this is the umbilical cord, and I will do volume. So this is the umbilical cord, and this is a 3D rendering of this umbilical cord. The baby is really in a nice position for the face, so I will do it again. Maybe I have to push it. Okay. Start. And this is a part of one foot with the toes in front of the face. Yes, I will do it. First, I will use a magic cut. Okay. And there is, you can do, yeah. So, yes, I will use 4D later because it's nice when the baby is moving. So I do it again, static 3D on the face. And if something is in front of the face, you can use, I will do it like this. You can use Magic Cut, you can move the position of the box, but also you can use Sono Render Start. And when you use Sono Render Start, the computer will find exactly where to put this green line. This is without Sono Render Start, and this is with Sono Render Start. So we do one picture with HD Life. When we put the silhouette, it's a little bit more glossy. This is with more silhouette, and this is with a maximum of silhouette. So because the baby is moving, I will use a 4D, and this is really the main advantage of the electronic probe, because you can have a really fast 4D. So I will do it 4D, face. I need my foot switch.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
I need to invert, and I need to go to sub-render. No, to go back to main render, to HD Life, and you will take the first one, this one. So this is 4D, and we are now at 7 frame volume per second. This is really good. One hand. You can follow. This is part of one foot. You can see you already saw the gender. So now it's more real time than with the previous probe, because with the other probe, it was around fixed. It was around 2, to obtain this quality, it was around 2 to 3 volume per second. So what else I can, yeah?
We can do a real-time 4D on the feel hard when you have the full chamber view.
Yes, so I will go with the cardiac settings here. This is a cardiac setting. So you know, for the heart, what you can do a 2D examination. You can do acquisition with a stick, and now the name is e-stick. And with the e-stick, the acquisition is quite fast. I will do it with quality I2, volume angle, I will choose 40. Now I start. So this is the acquisition, and you will see the quality of the stick. It's really good. So now it's no more the real time. This is a stick, and inside this stick we can move. I will sweep. If I go to the B mode is excellent. Okay. And this is the C plane, the B plane, and now the C plane. So this is more easy to use the stick, but if you need it, you can do it also in real time. This is a heart, 4D, and I will do it in fetal cardio. This is real time. Real time with a frame rate of 27 frames per second. And you can, volume per second, frame and volume per second. And that means here you can do one examination like this. You can sweep, you can save it, and now you can play the loop. Disappear, start. And this is 4D of the heart, and now you can move on it. So you can do a stick, but also you can do a 4D of the heart. I will do it again. Here, without movement. Start. Freeze. It's okay. And now within the heart, I will move. Start. And this is not a stick, this is a 4D. That means it's really fast, and the quality, you can really work with this. now I really like to use 4D. Main. So fingers. If the baby is not moving, I will show you something nice. The vascularization inside the abdomen. Okay, so this is a portal vein, color Doppler. And start 3D. With glass body, start. And this is the result.
Is it a monochromic color?
Yes. I will do it from this position, so, and you will have a nice view of the umbilical vein with the ductus venosus. Don't move. I will start with 3D. Okay. So this is the umbilical vein with the ductus venosus. I will turn it. Okay. So this is the umbilical vein, the ductus venosus. This is with HD flow, and you can choose if you go to subrender. You can choose a monochromic color. This is with blue and red, and this is a monochromic. We can extract only the color with so the umbilical vein with ductus venosus here. So we will do a nice view of the aortic arch. So okay, I will do it with a static.
I have 17 minutes.
Until?
It's now 1:15, so until 1:30.
It's finished at 1:30. Okay, so I do this and we'll open some case. So this is the aortic arch. Acquisition with 3D. Just the baby moves, so I will do another one. Okay, this one is better. And I will choose different render, main render, and this one. With here, the vena cava, this is the ductus venosus here. So what I will do now, because I have no first trimester pregnancy, I will open some case, especially in the first trimester of the pregnancy, and I will show you how to play with the silhouette and to... I do only one last picture for the lady, but the umbilical cord is in front of the mouse. Okay. So when you have the umbilical cord, you just have to turn like this. You remove it. Don't cut a finger. It's okay. And HD Live, or this one, move the position of the light. And it's okay. So now I will open some case. We can thank this baby because he was perfect baby. Thank you. So, archive. So we will start with this one. This was, how many weeks is this embryo? It's around, because of the shape of the head, it's around 9 weeks of pregnancy. And if we want to know it, the best is to do the measurement. So we will do it from here to here. It's 25 millimeters. That means it's 9 weeks and 2 or 3 days. This is a multiplanar view of this embryo with a brain vesicle inside. What we can see. Okay, and now we will use random mode. So this is a random mode. First, I will switch to the surface mode. This is a surface mode. So when you do this, you want to see the complete gestational sac, so you have to increase the size of the box. And the embryo is here. And you have to move inside. And here, this is the embryo. But if you want to use it with a classic surface mode, you have to move inside or you have to use magic cut to cut around. And with a new HD Life, it's more easy because you can start with HD Life here. This is a random mode with the HD Life, but what you can see here is only this green line, the surface. And when you increase the silhouette, you can see with transparency the embryo inside. And now we can turn around. And with this, it's really more easy now to use a magic cut, because when you use a magic cut, you know exactly where you can cut. Here. And this part. Also, you can clearly see here the brain cavities. And when it's done, you can switch off the silhouette. So now you have a nice view of this embryo. So with the silhouette, it's more easy to use the magic cut. It's quite dark. Then, and now the brain cavities. Again, I will reduce transparency. Reduce again. So you remember maybe on my previous talk 1 or 2 years ago, you saw a nice view of the brain. made with a sono AVC or with an inversion mode, but it was quite difficult to obtain. Now with this method, you can see the brain with transparency and clearly see the two lateral ventricules. This is the third ventricle, this is the mesencephalic aqueduct, and this is the posterior part, the rhombencephalon. And for this embryo, I did also this. This was a stick acquisition with a color Doppler. So I change the position of the region of interest. So I have to go main, sub, this one. Because it was a stick, I can activate and start movement, reduce the size. Now I will choose main render and I will choose HD Life. And with silhouette, I will do it. So here you have vascularization, and also you can see here the brain cavities inside. So for me, this is a really exciting tool in the first trimester of the pregnancy. So I will try to find a twin pregnancy, dichorionic twins. Okay. Render. Okay, I do the same. First, I start with a classic 3D rendering, one embryo, the other gestational sac, and the second embryo. I switch to HD Life. This one. Increase the silhouette. Now you can see the two gestational sac. We move around. And I choose the best view. I will cut with a magic cut from here. In this case, I will exclude this yolk sac. You can see there is one yolk sac here, and this is the. So we have the two, and I reduce silhouette. And you have a nice view of the two embryos. Okay. What is this? This is a scar of a cesarean section, of a previous cesarean section, and it's difficult to know exactly what is the shape of this. You can see here, and this is a sagittal view. This is a cervix. So what we will do, we will put the green line here. So, okay, the green line is not in the correct position, so I will move to the upper position, rotate, and with a magic cut I will clean this part, and this is a view of this from inside the uterus, the view of this scar. We don't like to see such a picture, but it's how long we have now? A brain with ventriculomegaly. So this was a really good acquisition. So you can move inside, see the different part of the brain, different ventricles. So now, random mode. This is a random mode from the top of the head. Rotate. Okay. Main render. I switch to HD Life. And now increase the silhouette. And this is with the silhouette. You can see the two lateral ventricles, the third ventricle. How long we have? I am sure Dr. Paul like it. Okay, so the last one, maybe you saw in my lecture a heart with the view from the back, and it was this case, and I will try to reproduce because sometimes you do some nice picture, it's difficult to do it again. So this is a stick. I start. And this is a result with a gray here. And random mode, I choose HD Life, okay. And I just check if the size of the box is okay. The box is okay, but I don't want this kind of view. I have to change the position of the green line to this one. Okay, from the upper part of the heart. And this is a silhouette. Now I will start to play with the silhouette. Increase. You can see the heart inside. I reduce the transparency. I change the threshold and move the position of the light. Okay. It's nice, isn't it? So it's okay. Thank you for your attention.